can't wait until we have stairs. That ladder, I don't like. It's very steep. I don't like it. Anyway, I'm up now. Oh God, Andrew! What is this doing here? What is this ugly thing doing here? I mean, I know it's not exactly perfect.
What do you think it's there for?
I don't know. What the hell have you brought this up for?
I brought that up here so that I can stand on it to reach the ceiling, you silly girl.
Oh,
For God's sake. What do you think? Do you think I'm bringing the furnishing up already?
Well,
Look.
no,
And we bought that at an antique auction. It was very good value for money. It was only €60, but I thought it was worth every penny. And it's very, very fitting to the environment.
Do you know what? I've never seen this chair. Where was it? Was it in the...
Susanna gave it to us. Thank you, Susanna, if you're watching. We love it.
You can have it back. Lovely you're bringing a step ladder. Anyway, saluti.
Tutti.
So,
But Susanna, it is very useful because it is very stable and I can reach the ceiling.
because that's what we need to do today. Actually,
Yeah.
that's why we've come up here. We've, I have to say, we've just had a lovely, over an hour, I think.
Very time consuming, but very lovely.
No, but really enjoyable time consuming.
Very nice
Two
people.
couples from Pescara, really
Lovely
lovely. We've just done a tour with them. They were just outside and they were interested. They asked if they could have a peek. And anyway,
They got more in the peak.
yeah, they were so lovely. So we just, we're really interested. They were really sweet. So we need to get on with it now. Anyway, and what we're doing, Andrew.
So the idea is, the thing that I've learned in my long...
But first of all, just say what we're doing, because
That's
we're
what
here.
I meant to say what we're doing.
Oh, right, okay.
What I've learned in my very long time as a builder and a renovator in England and in Italy is the importance of preparation. And the mess up and the swear words I can't pronounce on right now that you end up with if you don't do that. And so what we're doing here now, Katya and I, is checking that we both agree on the same thing, because sometimes one person's opinion, especially if it's a project for two of you, is not enough, is it? We have to both agree.
Absolutely.
And that's what is all done in here now.
So basically what we have to do is we have to decide where all the electrical points are going to go. There are already some in from the earthquake restructural work. Restructuring. We may want to add some more, but in order to do so, we need to know exactly where all the furniture is going to go. And our eye is going down to that little bit there, which has got masking tape on it and the word chair.
And these I've put up for Katya's attention. I've already done some work which we can't change, and I'll show you what those are. So these things are copied because we already have one of these beds somewhere else.
In the Poets' Retreat.
In the Poets' Retreat.
In Sulmona.
And
our plug it, Andrew, plug it.
A wonderful rental apartment.
High-end.
In a palazzo.
Yeah. A wonderful high-end 3-bedroom apartment, self-catering apartment in the Centro Storico of Sulmona. Check it out.
In a palazzo.
Check it out.
In a protected palazzo.
Also cultural heritage, our other cultural heritage project, because we've
got two. We
such
just love
crazy.
But anyway, so that bed is identical to this, the same basis, the same structure, and we've already done the light switches and the plug sockets in the position that works perfectly. So what I've done is measured all that, copied it and translated it to this bed so that we've got exactly the same. And the reason for that is when you're laying in bed and you've got in and you're reading a book or whatever, and then your girlfriend or wife next to you, or boyfriend, depending on which way around you're talking.
Well, or boyfriend and boyfriend,
girlfriend
and girlfriend.
Anyway, your partner or your spouse next to you says, "Oh, turn the light off, darling." You don't have to get out of bed. You just reach there and go, because it's a two-way.
Yeah.
So when you come in, you turn the light on there. When you're in bed, without getting out of bed, you can turn the light off.
Yeah.
Now that might not seem much, and you might think, well, he's making a bit of a thing about nothing, really. I can't tell you how many people don't think of that.
Oh my God! Do you know what? We've stayed in places, haven't we?
Where
I've got my bedside light on,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh right, I need to charge my phone. Oh, there is no. I had to get out of bed and run around the place to try and find another socket. I mean,
And usually there aren't any.
yeah.
And
yeah.
so the sockets go here, The bed actually comes out further because it has this wooden surround, and it comes to about there. And then there's this gap where you've got two sockets, one for the bedside light and one for whatever else you want to plug in, like a phone, a laptop or whatever to charge it. You don't really need more than two right by the bed, I don't think. And then here you have a, what are they called?
Bedside cabinet.
Yeah, but what are they called in Italian?
Comodino.
Comodino. Here to put things on and put things in you might need in the middle of the night in there. And so this is ready to go. That's immovable because the bed is in the position now that it's going to stay in. So it's critically important when designing the layout of a room to make sure that you've got light switches, sockets, radiators all in the correct position. So I've actually laid out this room, how it's actually going to be. The radiator, I think this is a wardrobe. The wardrobe is actually going to go here. I've measured the size of our chest of drawers that is going to go there, which in Italian is a cassetteria. I've put the actual bed base in position where it's going to go there, and I've measured out, because it's a four-poster bed, it has this big bit sticking out on it, and I've drawn that on the floor so that we know that there's enough room to get through everywhere without hitting anything. It's 85 centimetres, which is sort of about the minimum you want, really. And then between the chest of drawers and the corner there is another 85 centimetres. I've put the radiator in a central position there, and they're nice radiators, so it's okay. It's not the one that we absolutely wanted, but we're being a bit pushed for time, so we've had to fit what we've got. But I have got in mind another radiator to go here, because we've got the room here and it is stunning, is the only way to put it. So we'll see. We might have to redo some work here and swallow the bill for that. But for the moment it's going to go as it is. And so now I'm going to put the measurements on for the light switches and sockets on the wall next to the bed, which is crucially important because you don't want them behind the bed and you don't want them behind your bedside cupboard. So there's one done anyway. That's what I've done there. I've lost my tape measure. Oh, it's there. Now I've got to make marks with the tape measure first so that I know exactly where everything is going. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now I can take the tape measure off. So now I have a mark, and the other thing to always remember is if you use felt tip, direct the thick felt tip like I'm using, which I seem to have lost there, like this. It's very hard to get rid of that, it's permanent, but it's very hard to paint over it, and you have to paint over and over. I never do that because I've learned a lesson about that. Always put a bit of masking tape on the wall and go on there. It doesn't matter, even if you're painting a different colour, it still shows through, trust me.
Right, and another thing, what I should actually just say is that we are in the master bedroom of the terrace apartment upstairs. Still no stairs, but at the moment we've got up here with a ladder. And since we've last done a video, quite a lot's actually happened, but it's sort of work that you probably wouldn't really see because it was all the idraulico work, which is the plumber work. So for example, actually here you can see, in fact you can see all the way through to the other room.
Which you won't be able to see eventually.
So he's putting all the pipes in for the radiators.
Insulated heating pipes to the radiators. The radiator is going here between these two marks on this wall there, and if we are lucky we will then change this later into a really beautiful ornate radiator, but for the moment, because we don't have the capacity, the time or the energy,
more importantly the money,
to change things, well actually it's cheaper. The really fantastic one is cheaper than the one we're putting in here.
But do you know what, you can't find it anywhere in Italy.
No, well actually we can, because they do import them to Italy.
No, they import them into
the price
Italy.
goes up.
The price goes up.
Yeah.
At some point, we maybe we need to, on a visit to the UK, we need to do it in a van.
Go to the company in Ireland that I've found and spoken to. The choices to make and the decisions that we have to make right now, I've put the furniture everywhere. So, the bed comes out to this line on the floor because of the bits with the statues in.
Yeah.
Yeah? It doesn't come out all the way because they go in, but for argument's sake I've left it like that. We need a minimum of 80 centimetres to pass through. We've got 85 from that point to that point, and we've got 85 from this size of chest of drawers to there. We've got 85 as well. So my idea is to spread out a bit in here. We could put a chair there, so whoever's sleeping that side could put clothes on it. We can put a chair here in this corner, so whoever's sleeping on this side can put clothes on it. Then there's the radiator. Then there's the chest of drawers, which we'll put a mirror here, so that if anyone wants to do any makeup or whatever, they can do it on the top of this chest of drawers, and two sockets either there or there. And this is what you need to concentrate on and decide about.
Yeah, I'm
Because
just still thinking that,
I would
darling.
prefer to have it there
Look at that.
than there.
We need to do the woodworm one.
Yes, I know. I've said we do, and that's the next job.
Okay.
Really, I would like to have the shuko here because I think it's far enough away from the radiator. The radiator's there and the shuko's there, as long as we don't get a bigger one of these. So I think we could probably manage not to get a bigger one of these.
Okay.
I did turn it and put it that way, but you get less space here then. It's just not nice to pass. Look, I'll show you. If you put it that way, like that, this gap goes right down. And it's a bit...
No, I prefer it like that.
And so I think that we take the risk, or we don't take the risk and we put one there. Or we put one there and there.
No, they cost a lot in
So take the risk. Take the risk and put that one there, where I put it, and take that one off. Because here you'd have to have the cable going like that. Here it would be just onto the side.
I'll take the risk and put it down.
Yeah, so we'll take this one off.
Yeah. This is the master bedroom, and then we've just got to go through the small bedroom, and then downstairs we've got to do some of the rooms as well. So I've got to concentrate now, so I'm going to switch off. And
so look. Shuko there or not? I feel, this is what I feel, for two reasons. That because we also have to think about the fact that one of our children will be using this room and one of our children will be using the other room. To start off with. So we have to think, how can they live in this room as well? I think here there's enough room to have a small table, desk and chair.
I agree.
And so you need a socket here in case someone wants to sit with their laptop or whatever. However, if not, this is where our son or our daughter could have their desk against the wall, and then they need sockets.
They do.
So I think we should have sockets there.
I think so.
There's nowhere else we could do that.
No.
All right, I'll mark that then.
Telling me to take my time. I'm on an aeroplane to
basically saying two lights up there.
No, what I'm saying is that we need to have 2 lights in this room, not above as they are now, above the bed. So what I think
either side.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
What, did you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Whichever child has this as a bedroom, we need to make sure that it works as a bedroom for them as well. And I think I've laid it out by putting a chest of drawers here between the 2 beds, but a low one, which will double and save space as the bedside table, so that you can put things on the top, lamps on top, and use it, and it does fit, because we actually have one this size that fits there.
Do we?
Yeah, that's Rocco's. That size. It's exactly Rocco's chest of drawers.
Is it?
Yeah. And then so I thought what would be good is to put 4 sockets on the wall above the top of the chest, wherever that needs to come. And then the light switch therefore in the middle for the 2 beds, so that people could switch them off from there. So you could plug in hairdryer, 2 bedside lamps, and then you've got 2 spare sockets, hairdryer, mobile phone, whatever, and a mirror up here. And then if Rocco has this room, that can go wherever the hell he wants, or it could stay there. And this bed could come out, and this could be the wall for his desk.
Yeah.
And so if that's the case, we need to put a shuko there, and a doppio at minimum, because this is the wardrobe, which would be the wardrobe anyway, and it just fits between the bed and the wardrobe.
That's perfect.
And look how much space there is in it.
Yeah. This
Because I've done that.
This works out really well.
Have you seen what I've done?
Yes.
Put the bed at an angle.
Yeah.
It's made a much bigger space.
Yeah. It's a very strange shaped and angled room.
It is.
Yeah.
And then this light is totally
it's
useless.
not easy to plan out how to use it.
No.
This is going to be, well, to start off with, it's going to be probably Rocco's room, but then it will become the 2nd bedroom of the terrace apartment, and it'll be a twin bedroom.
Bloody hell. That's lucky. Just doesn't. And you can reach the window, I've tried, look.
Yeah.
Not a big problem to reach at all.
So here also you can see that our plumber has been very busy bringing down all the pipe from the boiler that will be above this room actually. That's where the radiator is going to go.
Behind the door, but to be honest, we've tried every way possible of doing this, and that is the only place we could put it.
And then more pipe work there. And Andrew's marked everywhere where all the switches, light switches and sockets are going. And you know what? What are these iron things for?
I don't know, but they're lovely. We're not moving them.
No, I know. I wouldn't
We can hang
either.
things on them.
They would have had some purpose.
So the only thing we haven't discussed is this. That obviously that light is totally useless there.
Yeah.
So what I think is, bearing in mind, the same as we've just done next door, we go from there up to that, along that in the middle, and put a light in the middle of that.
Totally agree with you.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know what? We're running out of time. Our son's coming back from football shortly. Dinner is required.
Okay.
Plus, I've got a few things that I need to do with him, and I've got to make sure he's done his homework for tomorrow. So
if you're happy, I'll come back and do
yeah.
all that.
So I'm happy. So basically, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to dash. This is the thing, not living on site, because it's a pain. isn't it?
Yeah.
But you see, when it comes to doing step 2 of phase 1, we'll be here, we'll be living here, so it'll be so much easier.
Anyway, you're happy with all the decisions?
I'm happy. So that's
two-way light switch. Two-way light switch. Can do the beds, sockets, and sockets.
Yeah.
And that's enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, and then we'll have to look at the. I think we're coming up here on Tuesday anyway, because I think we might have a cameraman from Help We Bought a Village.
Oh, we might, yeah.
So any other additions downstairs? We've got to do a few things, haven't we, as well? So we can do that. So that's it for now. We better dash, otherwise the children won't be happy. They're not going to be happy moving up here anyway.
That's true. We can't make them
So
happy.
let's make them happy now.
Yeah.
Okay, ciao ciao for now.